Okay, so to continue where I left off yesterday, so basically I was like, Marshall, what have I ever done to you guys at this church? What? And he's just looking at me, fucking nothing, nothing. You saw me be a good mom for years, volunteer, fucking bought your daughter a bracelet, cross bracelet, just because I'm a nice person, Marshall. Anyways, I keep seeing in my mind this other security guard at Grace Life Church, who's an usher with Gino, coming up to me into my face as I'm following Christian, and I keep seeing this face. He was seething like that, doing this with his teeth in my face when I came to church on Mother's Day, when I was following my son. When, I just don't understand all this. So we moved to the back, it was interesting. Half the people act like they are so happy to see me. The other half act like they're ready to kill me. And another percentage are just staring because they're aware of who I am. So, in this situation. So anyways, I then leave church and line up in the line there to see the pastor and give him a high five, slap $20 in his hand, and he tells me, well, he first introduced himself to the cop, and I'm like, he's my friend, and after when they moved us to the back row, I called Pastor Buck on his cell phone and left him a message and was like, told him a little bit about what just happened with the security interference when I was coming in, and then that they just moved me to the back. So then I talked to him when we were leaving. He tells me that I talked to him on the phone on Friday too, telling him I need the Zoom meeting. He told me that yesterday they don't have the Zoom meeting, that it must have been recorded over, which I don't believe for 1 second. It's a lie. You don't record over Zoom meetings. They're just a saved link, and there's no way in hell they would ever erase that, because they're only telling me they did because I want it. And the sad part is I need it, this attorney is telling me, as a key piece of evidence to get my kids back. So him not giving it to me just shows what I'm dealing with here. However, I told him, okay, well, if you don't have it, then you're going to have to testify, that Gino said he would give me 50% custody back. So he's like, what's going on? He explained dumb, basically saying, what's happened, which I've been telling the church, for several weeks here since we met. What's happened, is he's not keeping his word. He's not keeping his word as usual, like I said was going to happen. And I need my kids back. I'm a mother without her children, and I need your help, And so I'm like, Pat Buck, I will give you money. He's like, you don't have to give me money. He's like, I want to get this worked out for you guys. I'll talk to Gino. I don't know, why he's doing this. He said there was like some kind of problem after our meeting. I'm like, no, the problem is that he's a fucking asshole. And I said, I'm sorry for talking like that. I'm like, you can read through every one of my text messages with him. And he was like, look, call me on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I promise I will talk to you. I'm going to bring you back in. We're going to work this out. We're going to stop the curse or whatever. Well, you know what? You're continuing the curse of whatever this is of my life and my children's life by pushing their mom out of the church that they go to, that I chose for them to go to years ago, and supporting this insanity with Gino and Melissa doing this to my kids and to me. So now I'm just waiting. And hoping that I don't have to go bankrupt hiring an attorney to keep fighting this. Hopefully Buck can work it out. Pastor Buck. I don't know, but I'm not appreciative at all how I was treated at that church by men, and particularly trying to intimidate me, a small, tiny woman. I weigh 100 pounds. I'm 5'1.5" tall, and I'm a mother on Mother's Day at a church I've gone to and attended and fed every area of for years.